Welcome to the BISL International School Report. Our first story is about happiness and its crucial roles in our lives. We will then have a theory about computers taking over the world and potentially trying to kill us all. We'll also be having an analysis of Donald Trump and his first 50 days at the office. And last, we'll be doing a sports roundup with an exclusive interview with NBA star Rasha Misterovic.
What makes you happy?
First thing that comes to mind is always a good night's sleep. So being rested always helps with feeling fine. But what helps me the most to feel happy is my friends, a good company.
Well, skiing makes me happy because it's relaxing and it's basically just fun.
I like writing stories and poems because it allows me to show my imaginations and look deep into myself.
I like reading books and I like writing stuff, and I also like binge watching shows on Netflix.
Reading and writing.
What makes me happy is seeing my friends laugh.
What makes me happy? Chocolate, ice cream, chocolate ice cream, good music, and good films.
Okay.
People all around the world are reporting that wireless radiation is bad for our health and that it can negatively affect on our brain health, especially in children. There are lots of opinions. Some of them agree with this, but some of them do not. Wireless signal from a home computer router will set off either a low-grade headache or a migraine. For over 10 years, I have noticed that if a device has its wireless signal turned on, it will cause me to start getting headache symptoms within minutes of being in its vicinity. The closer I am, the more intense the headache. And the further away from it I am, the less intense, but the effect is still noticeable.
So how long have you worked with computers?
Well, I've been working with computers probably since I was 6, because this is the time when I got my first computer. Well, professionally, I've been working, I don't know, maybe for the last 3 or 4 years. But that doesn't mean that I haven't been working with computers a lot on a daily basis even before that.
So have you ever had health problems because of wireless radiation?
I haven't noticed that. I mean, I've been exposed to so-called radiation all the time, probably since I was young, and I never noticed that I got a headache or something else, or maybe I just didn't blame wireless radiation for this kind of issue, but in general I almost never got a headache or similar thing.
Okay, so do you think Wi-Fi can affect our health in any way?
It's hard to say on long term, but let me just judge the short term. I don't think so, or at least I hope not, because to be honest, I think not only me but more people would have more problems caused by Wi-Fi radiation, of course, since we're being exposed to Wi-Fi radiation 24/7, to be honest, because Wi-Fi is nowadays all around us.
Yeah. And what would you say to someone if they claim that Wi-Fi was somehow affecting their health?
Well, of course, the most obvious solution to this problem would be avoid being radiated. So, if we take into consideration that Wi-Fi is pretty much everywhere where buildings are, go into the nature. Go and run, walk, play sports, do whatever, just avoid being radiated. So
Yeah.
maybe that will help.
Okay. And also, last question: do you think technology will sometime become self-aware and develop a mind, really? And
It's possible, but it's a really wide term you're asking me about. I think it will advance, it will make a huge progress, yeah, so maybe self-driving car and so on. Yes, I think that will happen. If you're asking, will technology take over human mind, the answer to that is no. I don't think that can happen because at the end of the day, we are making technology, right? So we can still like limit the technology to where it can go.
okay. So thank you for being with us, and
and today we're going to be talking about the 20th of January 2017, the day Donald Trump is supposed to become officially president of the United States. Now, they're expecting 28,000 protesters on that day minimum, so it's going to be a big crisis. And people still don't know what is going to happen when Trump is president. Some people are saying it's going to be great. Some people are saying it's going to be horrible, and they're expecting him to build a wall in the first couple of days already, because he's already trying. He's been appearing on TV all over the world lately before he's even president. Officially become president, and he is already starting to build a wall, and he's still insisting on the Mexicans to pay for the wall, but the Mexican government is refusing, and he does not want to pay for the wall that Trump is wanting him to pay, because the wall is going to cost over $10 million. Okay, so this is where Trump is about, wants to build a wall. So this is the border of Mexico and the United States. Then the river on the border is here, and he cannot build a wall on the river, but if he wanted to build a wall, he would have to build on his side. But Texans do not want to give up their land to the government for this reason, because the Texans like their land and they have a lot of animals there. So Trump is going to actually have to build a wall here, but he doesn't actually really know what he's going to do here. So he wants to build a wall going more to the Mexican side, which he would have to steal land from the Mexicans to be able to do, or actually buy the land from the Mexicans. This is the 5th week of Trump being in chair for the president, and he's brought back the law, well, his law that Muslims from 8 different countries cannot enter the country, including Syria, and then he also had a nice golfing trip in Florida, which was broadcasted. And that's it. That's he's done this week. This is week 6 of Trump being in office as president. So he this week has been doing more presidential stuff and said to the whole of America on live TV that he is not in charge of the whole world, but just in charge of the USA. Hello everybody, this week Trump has travel banned people from 6 different countries, but they can only get into the country if they have a valid visa. It's much easier for them to get into the country, and now it'll be much harder for them to get a visa to go to America, because he has banned them for 90 days. This has been causing big crisis for refugees and many other cases. That's it. It has been 55 days since Trump has been in office as the President of the United States. He has added 2,500,000 jobs in February, which now more people have jobs in the USA. He's saying there will be less homeless people there, so, and overall, now most people are taking the population that Trump is stopping or insisting upon the Mexicans paying for the wall, and he's probably not going to do it. because the law will not help him a lot since most of the Mexicans came into the country legally with an airplane, but they just didn't leave when their 30-day visa was over. And this has pretty much been it. I hope all of you enjoyed our school report, and that's it.
My name is Russian Osterich. I played for 12 years in the NBA. Also, I played professional in Europe. I was an NBA champion in 2005 with San Antonio Spurs. Right now, I'm working with the Slovenian Federation, where I'm doing in the role of General Secretary, which is like basically taking care of the sport part of the federation.
Okay. So let's start with the questions. So, what inspired you to start playing basketball in the first place?
Oh, I was a little bit taller when I was 7 or 8 years old. That's when I was the first time I went to the practice. And from then on, just beginning, it was 2 or 3 times a week at the beginning. But then, as I was progressing, it became 4 times, 5 times, and even more a week. And, after I was 18, it was just part of my life and became my job actually.
Great. And as a child, have you ever dreamed about playing for the NBA?
Yeah, of course. I mean, every kid dreams about that. You're tennis players, so you always dream about winning Wimbledon or some big tournament. So, of course, that was one of my goals.
And how much determination does it take to compete at the highest level?
Oh, a lot. I mean, especially as you start to progress and you're figuring out that you are good enough to do something in this sport, and then you have to forget about vacations when everybody go to skiing or to the beach, and that's the time where you practice the most. So you just have to adjust and decide what you want to do. At one point in your life or in your career, you're at the point where you have to decide what you're going to do. Like you should, or you should start doing something else.
And everyone is talking about height in professional basketball. And is height a really important advantage in professional basketball, or is that just a little bit overrated?
I think today it's overrated. Because today it's such a big mix between the tall and as we call them, short guys. So a lot of times, actually, right now, the shorter guys make the difference, bigger difference than the big guys.
And what qualifications did you have to have in order to get accepted into an NBA team?
No, the NBA works like by 22, anybody eligible to declare for draft. There's 30 teams, so two rounds of draft, which is 60 players. They're drafted every year. If you're under 22, you have to declare and sign up for the draft. If you're 22, that's when you're automatically on the draft. So I was drafted by Minnesota on position number 17, and that's how I got to the NBA.
And team spirit is very crucial in basketball. Do you really always stay connected as a team, or has there been any exchanges between you and your teammates?
No, it's never without problems, but the good teams overcome that, and no matter what comes in between them, they overcome that and stay together. Bad teams just fall apart, and that's how you can separate good teams from bad teams.
And what are some examples of sacrifices that you have had to make in your career?
Oh, I mean, just like I told you, I mean, at a certain point of your career, when you decide you want to be a professional basketball or tennis or soccer player, you just, that becomes your life. Everything else is secondary. Primary is practice games and trying to do everything to become as good as you can be.
And how important is dedication and motivation to be motivated in the NBA?
I mean, it's not, there's 82 games, six months period, so it's very hard to be motivated every day, but you have to find it. I mean, after a few years, it becomes your routine, your job, you just get used to it, and you find a way in which you concentrate and prepare for the games. The best thing you just try to follow that.
And did you have any best friends or friends in general on the pro tour, and do you still have any contact with them?
Yeah, I mean, I still speak with a lot of them, but of course it's in every team. The 15 players are together, you know, every team has 15 players. So that you're going to have 3 or 4 guys that are connected better than the other ones. But it doesn't make any change when you're on the court, you're all together, and it doesn't have to carry over from outside the court.
And did you have any special habits while you were playing, like any lucky socks or?
No.
No?
I tried not to do it.
And I noticed you always wore a jersey with the numbers 8 and 12. Is there any particular reason for that, or?
No, I mean 8 was when I first time went outside Slovenia to Ljubljana, where we won the European League. That's when they gave me number 8, and since then I was trying to follow number 8. And number 12 was in Toronto, where number 8 was already taken, so I didn't I always liked number 12. I just took it instead of 8. I took number 12.
And how does it feel like being the ambassador of the Slovenian Basketball Association? What does it mean for you?
Well, it's a lot. I mean, you try to change some things that you think can be changed and can develop Slovenian basketball even faster to become the top basketball in Europe. You know, so it's a big challenge, but it's good, and I like it, and I really enjoy it.
And also, what's the best piece of advice you would give to young and upcoming athletes who dream to be professional sportsmen in the future?
Oh, for sure, never give up. Whatever comes, I mean, there's going to be good days, bad days. There's going to be very bad days and terrible days, but don't ever give up. It's not just for sports, it's probably for life. And if you stick to that, I think you can have a bright future.
Thank you. Thank you, Rasha, for being with us today, and we hope to see you.
Thank you.